no real fighting shake, fight. But God don't make dirt. You can't fall from the floor. Can I have a rainbow without a storm first? It's a scientific fact. Not theory, not a nice phrase. It is a scientific fact that you cannot have a rainbow without a storm first. One is required before you have the other. Nobody changes in good times. Why would you? People only change in bad times. Nobody changes when they're comfortable. Why would you? Why would you? If you're comfortable, you want to remain comfortable. So a lot of things, by the way, that we call racism is just really unconscious discrimination. People are sitting in their comfort zone. You grow up with white folks, you tend to be comfortable with white folks, you tend to want to hire white folks, and it's not. I hate you, I'm not thinking about you. A friend of mine called me and said, Ronald Reagan is a racist when President Reagan was in office. And President Reagan and I were born on the same day, and I had a relationship with the last 5 presidents in honor. Well, we're not the last 5, but served the last 3. And so I knew Reagan. I didn't know him very well, but I knew him well enough to know he's a decent man. I didn't love his policies. Let me make that. I wasn't crazy about his policies. I think a lot of his policies were, you know, I went one way, he went up. He was successful in making you feel good about being an American, inspiring you, and so on and so forth. But one thing I give him, he was a decent man. I don't think anybody goes to the White House and says, "Ooh, how do I screw up America?" If you believe that, you should just leave. You just get up and just go to Cuba or wherever. Just leave. If you believe that your president means you harm, just leave. We can disagree about their tactics, about their approaches, about whether they are successful or whatever. But if you believe they are evil, then the whole bet for the American experience is off. Back to the story. So my friend said, young black man, Ronald Reagan is a racist. I said, Ronald Reagan is not a racist to my knowledge. Yes, he is a racist. We get very emotional. Calm down. I don't believe it. Hey, yeah, he's a racist. Let me help you out here. Ronald Reagan don't know no black people. He wasn't raised around black people. That's how I know he don't have any black friends. His wife, best I can tell, is not a sister. She don't have any black friends. There's no hidden black cousins anywhere. He's not Jefferson. And that was a joke. You guys need to lighten up. Loosen up. Relax. Relax. Loosen that tie. I said, Reagan don't hate you. He ain't thinking about you. You're the last thing on his mind. The problem today, different from the Dr. King era of civil rights movement, where in the Dr. King era, the Andrew Young era, my hero Andrew Young, who by the way, 80 years old, is on his way back from Africa today for a speech. This is a man on fire with passion at 80 years young. But the issue in those days was love and hate. People told you, I love you, or I hate you, but you knew exactly where they stood. Today is radical indifference. Nobody cares about you to hate you. Whatever. Private gated communities, private schools, private roads, private security, private streets, private lives, private islands. And some could argue this is a God crisis in the sense that there was a trajectory 5 or 10 years ago that wealth was increasing amongst individuals at such a pace they were actually, you go back and read articles, people were larger in net worth than countries. They were literally buying private islands and saying, check the box, I don't need to deal with any of this stuff.